Hi guys, good morning to you once again. Today is the 12th of January 2026. Crazy Global Market Talk with KEL. Crazy anytime, anywhere. Now, this morning is going to be crazy because we have Donald Trump really be a nutcase. He became the first president to put the Federal Reserve chairman on trial. Oh my goodness, this guy is going crazy. So I'll tell you more in details, yeah. But before that, disclaimer applied as usual. Now, today, this news is crazy. I mean, seriously. Oh my goodness. All right. Donald Trump DOJ opened criminal investigation into Federal Reserve. Yes, indeed. Fed Chairman Powell says that he's under criminal investigation. All right, but he said that he won't bow to Trump intimidation. So apparently, the federal prosecutor have opened a criminal investigation on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. Well, basically, the reason was because the Fed set the interest rate based on their best assessment, but apparently it's not according to Donald Trump. And the DOJ basically served the Fed with a grand jury subpoena threatening a criminal indictment, all right, towards before the Senate Banking Committee last June. So this is clearly crazy. And the reason is because of the apparently the multi-year project to renovate the historical Federal Reserve Office building. Now we know that this case happened last year, and Donald Trump was telling Jerome Powell that he overspent the renovation. But to me, is that this is getting crazy. So not too sure, is it really a show to make everybody confused, or telling the whole world that when come May this year, when the chairman Jerome Powell stepped down, what happened? But it seems that now Donald Trump is really in a power, what they call a power enjoyment. Well, first of all, he took down in a way Venezuela, and apparently now she's waved more power across it and tell everybody that if they don't listen to USA, they don't listen to what's going on, they will exercise a lot of things. And in fact itself, right, all this thing is really crazy. And you can actually hear this is what happened. Let me just play it on for you. Not too sure, can you hear it?
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people.
All right, so you can hear this is really incredible, right? Unprecedented. First time in history of US, all right, that you have a president basically serving criminal investigation on a Fed chairman. Now, at the same time, Donald Trump continued to weigh his option against the Iran, all right? Apparently, so now they are looking, all right, to also go for Iran. Now, basically, Tehran threatened on Sunday to retaliate against Israel and US military base in the event of US striking on Iran. So again, this is what's going right now. Everybody is trigger happy. Is it because we are going to come to the horse year itself, but it's going to be a fire year? Well, I'm not too sure. But we all know the fact is that now the main thing is that why Iran? Because of the oil, of course. And of course, we all know that this is something going to weigh a lot, okay? So in short now, right now, the market is actually making a lot of noise. So let's take a look at the market right now. So first of all, the market, let's take a look. One. Oops, sorry. Okay. Now, this morning, gold price shoot up, right? What's the reason? Yes, because of the Iran and because of the Fed chairman. So the thing is this, okay? Basically, right, the dollar depreciated, right? The dollar depreciated. Let me find you the dollar. Give me a minute. Get your dollar chart here. Okay, hold on here. Okay, just give me a minute. The internet here is not very fast at the moment. Okay, so you can see that the US dollar this morning depreciated a little bit. All right, that basically pulls back down because of the concern of the Federal Reserve, and also that means that they really want to reduce interest rates. So that is reason why the market now speculated that the dollar will go down. And because of that, the gold price shoot up, right, all the way to 4554. That was a pivot one. It went even higher. It went to 4601 as of this morning. But now you can see it has pulled back more than $35. Okay. So let's go through the emotion. Now, why is the market going up while the KSI is red? Now, the thing is this, KSI is a standalone indicator. It doesn't tell you anything about the market directive, but it tells you that what's happening in the market. All right, that is a very important thing. So it's very clear that right now the market, right, is going up when the KSI is red. So when you buy, you can only buy small quantity. All right. So this morning, let me go through the emotion. How do we trade the 5-minute chart so that I can give you a good idea? All right, just give me a moment. Switching over. Okay. So you can see that this morning, very clearly, the market opens at 4520. And once it's above OP, it's a yellow candle. That is where you buy. And of course, the KSI is green. So everything looks good for a buy. And the first TP level was at KTR +1, which the market very easily touched this morning. Now, what is a very important point is that the market closed above the KTR +1. And you look carefully, that is where the market is stabilized at KTR +1. The market purposely tests the KTR +1 and recover above it. This is a very strong telltale sign the market will go higher. And truth be told, the market was stacked between the pivot 1 and the KTR +2. Hence, therefore, the market take on this. And you look carefully, everybody, the market once again closed above the KTR +2 very clearly here. And that basically was confirmed that you were going for KTR +3. And once the market hit KTR +3, that was where we decided to take some profit. Now, because I shared this before with all of you, anything above KTR +3 usually are created by the boys. Now, we do not want to chase after that. So for me, I took my profit, I'm done. And then after that, the market did go higher, but it's fine. Now, when I saw this so-called BNB, that is a candle, I know that the market's going to come down soon. And truth be told now, you can see it start to weigh at KTR +3. Now it broke down. Once it broke down lower, it's coming down. So there's a very good chance that we may see it coming back to KTR +2. All right. So this is a knee-jerk effect. It means that the market went up because of worry of the Federal Reserve. Okay, that is the main reason. There's no much more to it. There's no much fundamental. All right, so that is for gold. So if gold pull back, then watch out for it to come back to OP level. Now, personally, for gold, it's a bit harder to come down because now it's trading above the MA30, right? So therefore, the market has its buoyancy to go higher. But again, because the KSI is red, I will not want you to buy big, buy small when it's above OP. But if the market breaks below OP, you can sell big in the market, or that's if only it breaks below OP. Now, of course, definitely with the Federal Reserve Chairman in a way under criminal investigation, definitely the US market doesn't like it. So the US market immediately this morning, once the market opened, there was some selling pressure. Now you must understand the Federal Reserve was created in 1914. So the last 100 and 11 years, okay, 12 years, it's already there. And you want to indict that. Come on, think about this. The one that put the Federal Reserve together, I'm pretty sure ain't the government because that was not the time. So if someone decided that he wants to rock the whole Federal Reserve, now think about this, what can actually happen? I cannot think of the worst thing, but I can tell you that sometime in life, when you get a little bit crazy with your power, sometimes things may happen. So what happened now is the market below opening price right now at 49,482, and now it's trading lower. It has broken the pivot too. Now we have said this before multiple times, never fight the pivot. When the market tell you there's a pivot level at support at pivot 2, you make sure that it gets supported there. But if the market breaks support, it will definitely sell. So where's the next number the market could be hitting? Now I believe that now it has also broken below the MLP. So it's below OP, below MLP, not a good sign. So the KCB at 49,008 should be the first target. Now I sold some Dow Jones now at the moment, so I'm aiming for the 49,008 target level. So let's see whether this will actually happen as the day progresses. So for the 5-minute chart, let's take a quick look on that. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. Okay. So this morning, once the market opens, already straight away, the market sold down very fast, very rapid, and already hit the MLP, right, at 49404. You can see that the MLP is very good, very important, very powerful. It basically stabilized the market. But after that, the markets had to go sideways and retest the MLP again. So this tells you that our MLP is really good, but don't forget MLP was created in 1999. So which means that from the last 26 years or 27 years right now, it's working beautifully. And once the market closed below the MLP, it went for the pivot 2. But look carefully, guys, the market closed exactly below pivot 2. So that gave the ultimate reason for the market to sell down all the way to hit the KTR -1. Now, the thing is this, after that, the market went sideways and the diamond came in. Now, the market is below OP. So buy right, if you put a diamond line, excuse me, you put a diamond line here. Oops, sorry. All right. If you want to buy here itself, this is pretty dangerous because it's below OP and the KSI is red. So it's not the best choice. But now, in fact, it's now below OP, below diamond line, below MLP, KSI is red, then I think the market chance of coming down is even higher. So let me know in the comment box if you think the otherwise, yeah? So with that, you can see very clearly that the market now most likely will trade lower. I think once the European come in, that will be even bigger movement coming in. So if you look carefully, if I bring the chart down a little bit more, so you can see very clearly now that the first wave, it will be the KTR -2 at 49,111. And then if the market do break below that, then the free fall to KCB 49,008 will be the next target. Now, of course, it's not possible that the news will get away because you see, sometimes like you have some speculation or something bad may happen. Then after that, the news came in and said that, oh, it's no longer there. But this is a criminal investigation. So it cannot be like, I come to you and pull it out again. It's not possible. Yeah, it's really not possible. So this will drag a little bit more and the impact will be there. Okay. All right. So that is the Dow Jones and the gold market. Let's look at one more market now. Then that is the Bitcoin market. Excuse me. All right, now Bitcoin, let's take a look. Now, Bitcoin has a very interesting movement today. Now, Bitcoin this morning opening price is at 49, sorry, at 90,749, and it's above the MLP. Now, this morning, the Bitcoin touched the MLP and rebound, so it's a very bullish call. And at the same time itself, right, you notice the KSI, the red KSI gets smaller, like a baby shark over here. So this morning, when the market stays above Bitcoin, it was a buy immediately because it is above the MA30. It's supported by the pivot 2. So this 2 itself angled the market higher. Now, of course, definitely with this so-called criminal investigation on Jerome Powell, that basically bring the dollar down. Hence, therefore, that's why Bitcoin goes up. Okay, let's take a look on the 5-minute chart. So you can see very clearly in the morning, the market was pretty sideways. And then when the news came out, all right, the markets had to stay above it. So this is a pivot 2 where the market is supported. Then you have the diamond line, which is here. And after that, it's how the market stabilized above OP. And what really propelled the market higher was this particular candle movement, whereby it's a red candle. The market purposely come down to the OP level. It touches a pivot 2 level and instantly it rebounded. So once again, this tells you that if you have our indicator, you can see why the market stopped at a certain area. And then after that, the market goes up. So that is very, very important for all of us. Yeah. So with that, that's the reason why I think that Bitcoin, excuse me, will be going higher. 92,001 will be the first target. And if the thing get a little bit more crazy, we may see go even higher. And the next target is could be as high as 93,054 because after KTR +1, the next target will be here. All right. So watch out for that 93,054. Okay, so with that, we have come to the end of today's sharing, quick one. So just take note what I just said earlier itself, that is something tonight there may be more movement in the market because of this so-called criminal investigation on Federal Reserve Chairman. All right, thank you very much, guys. Take care, and I'll see you again online. It's Kel signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.